Hello and welcome back to Nathan Bell's podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Today, Nate would like to talk about how things can be free.
Right, today I'm going to talk about how things can be free. I'm a big believer that more things should be free in the world, and there are many examples of good things which are free in the world. Look at open source technology. You've got free versions of Microsoft Word, open source versions of Word. You've got free versions of programs like Photoshop. And the free software and open source software is a good example of innovators and leaders who want to liberate people from lower income positions to be productive and to be creative. See, you've got people who are motivated in low income situations. They're motivated, they want to produce, they want to be productive, they want to be producers, but they can't access the means of production. So you give them open source technology, open source versions of Word, open source versions of Photoshop, then they can start being productive. You see, if you give people free tools, they will do something. And that's why this old mentality of everything has to be bought and paid for is so stupid. Because if we start giving people the tools to be productive for free, you watch how productive they will be. A lot of people can't be productive because they can't access the necessary tools to be productive. And I do a lot of graphic design, and when I do graphic design, I use a lot of royalty-free images from the website Pixabay. And Pixabay is a community of media producers and creators who create basic images and forfeit their intellectual property to those images to give them to a community of creators who can then share them and use them to create even better works. And that's a sharing mentality. It's a communist mentality. It's a mentality that we can share the means of production and share the tools necessary to produce, to help and support each other to produce better. It's great that we have this community, Pixabay, and other online communities where royalty-free art is shared among creators, and that shows there are people out there who are willing to contribute to a pool of goods that can then be shared by the broader community and give access to people of lower income demographics so that they can have the means to produce and so they can be productive and do the things they want to do. So people want to say, if you want anything for free, you're a bludger and you're a freeloader. Some people, if you give them something for free, they will go and do something amazing with it, and then watch how society benefits from them succeeding. So more things should be free in the world. I believe in universal income. We've got the multi-billionaires, the massive billionaires, and that's fine. I don't mind there being billionaires. People like Gina Reinhart, that's fine. They can have billions of dollars, but tax them more. Bring in a super profits tax them more, and give everyone $400 a week, and watch the crime rates dissolve, and watch the standard of living improve, and watch society as a whole thrive as we bring in universal income. Why can't we tax people who have more than they could ever possibly spend, and more than they could ever need? Why can't they pay more tax so that those on the bottom can live a bit more comfortably? It lowers crime rates. It makes society better as a whole. And the same applies for free healthcare and free education. Make things free and society will work better. I'm involved, or I talk a lot with the Food Not Bombs, people who run the free food stall and free clothing shop down at Hamilton train station, and they give out free food to the homeless and needy, and that's great. We need more charity like that. Food Not Bombs don't consider themselves a charity. But we need more charity like that. And their free clothing shop and goods shop is great. You can go down there and you can access sanitary stuff. They leave soap there. They leave tampons there in fresh packets for women. And sometimes they leave brand new clothing there that gets donated to them. Donate more stuff, especially if you're not using it. And if you've got some, I'm big on donating and recycling technology in particular, because I think technology empowers people to live better lives and lifts the standard of living. So, I'm big on recycling technology. So if you have old technology that you're not using, don't just throw it away. donate it to a group who will pass it on to someone who can use it. You know, there might be some orphan school child or some school child who's very motivated but from a very impoverished family who can't access a laptop to do the schoolwork properly. So, give your used laptop that you're not using to the charity that will give it to the child who will use it to succeed in school. Recycle technology, give stuff out. Let the technology, let the wealth move around the society more freely, because people just throw stuff out that's good. One man's trash is another man's treasure. People throw out things which are perfectly good, technological devices, clothing, food, which is perfectly good, which somebody else could really benefit from. And I'll use that example again. It could be some kid at school from a really poor family who needs a laptop or a phone, and you've got a second-hand phone, you just throw it out. You could donate that phone. It could go to some orphan kid who could then go and graduate high school and become a doctor or a physicist, because of the laptop or the phone that you donated them. So we need to share the wealth around more. There needs to be more recycling of wealth and technology happening, and there needs to be more open source technology and more stuff for free. It's this old-fashioned mentality that everything has to be bought and paid for, and capitalism and capitalist thinkers have got you ingrained in that attitude. It is a false attitude. Things can be free. There can be more free things. There should be more free things in the world. We want more free things in the world. So, be a part of a movement that helps bring free technology to people in need in particular, and share food that you're not going to use around. Look at all the food some of these shops throw out. A lot of them these days donate their excess food to charity, and that's how it should be. And anyone can access that. We should be. I don't know whether it is law. I think to some extent it is law that shops have to donate excess food to charity. I don't know if that is law. I'd have to look into that, but it should be. Food shouldn't be being thrown out. If it's not going to be used, it should be given out to the needy for free. Give more free things in society, especially more free educational tools. And, here's another one I'm really big on. You have to pay to access academic content. I access a lot of pirated academic content. I read a lot of academic papers that are pirated. I don't care. Come and arrest me. What are you going to charge me for being smart? Because I read pirated academic content. It should be free. Universities' knowledge should be freely available to the world. Scientific research should be freely available to the public. We want all the knowledge in the world, all the science, all the good academic content and intellectual content should be free and available so that people can study and up their intelligence level. So that's why I read a lot of pirated academic content, because I don't have the money to pay for someone's research paper. I can't prioritise paying for someone's research paper, but I need that knowledge. So why isn't it available to me? Why am I deprived by this paywall from accessing truth and knowledge about the way the world works? Academic knowledge should be freely available to everyone in the world. And scientists and researchers should view it as their ethical responsibility to give their work out for free, because nobody should be deprived of knowledge and truth and science. So there's a few thoughts about things that I think can be free in the world and that should be free, and that having free would make the world a better place. So drop a comment in the comment section what you think about giving out free stuff.